Howdy! Welcome to Aspire Mountain Academy. I'm Professor Curtis, your instructor for this course in Introductory Statistics. In less than 10 minutes, this video provides yet more practice in using StatCrunch to conduct hypothesis testing on a population standard deviation. Let's get started. So, going back to this example problem that we've seen previously on highway speed. So, coming out of a major city around 3:30 p.m. on a weekday. So our mean speed 60.67 miles per hour, sample standard deviation 4.075. So same numbers that we saw previously, got the same questions we got previously. The only difference now is that we're using a claim on the standard deviation. So here the claim is that the standard deviation of the speeds of the vehicles is less than 4 miles per hour. So to start off with, what are our hypotheses? You should be able to answer this question. So go ahead and pause the video, come up with your answers, come on back, and we'll see how well you did. Okay, let's check this out. So we start by looking at the claim. The claim here is that the standard deviation is less than 4 miles per hour. So sigma is going to be less than 4. Our null hypothesis is just a statement of equality, so we rewrite that as a statement of equality. And then our alternative hypothesis typically reflects the claim. There's no semblance of equality in our claim, so therefore we can't adopt it as our alternative hypothesis. So we've got a match there with our claim, and that inequality sign there in the alternative hypothesis, like an arrow pointing to the left, and that indicates we have a one-tailed test on the left side of the distribution, which is a left-tailed test. Okay, what is the test statistic? Again, pause the video, get into StatCrunch, calculate this out, and then come on back. We'll see how well you did. Okay, let's check this out. So, test statistic in StatCrunch. Go to Stat, Variance Stats, because you're looking at going through the variance. One sample, because you got just the one sample, with Summary, because you don't have actual data, just summary stats. In the options window here in StatCrunch, remember, you have to take that sample standard deviation they give you and square it to put the sample variance. So 4.075 was the sample standard deviation they gave us in the problem statement. We square that to get the sample variance, and that's the number we'd stick in the field there. Again, don't get confused. Sample size is not degrees of freedom. So you want the full sample size of 12. And then that claimed value for our hypothesis test, remember you got to square that. So our claimed value is 4. We square that to get 16, and that's what goes into the field there in StatCrunch. And once we've got everything there in line, we go ahead and press compute, and out comes this lovely little results window. We don't have to make any adjustments to any of the numbers, we just take them and run. So test statistic is going to be, as always, second to last value there in the table. The p-value, as always, is the last value in the table. Are you going to reject the null hypothesis or fail to reject the null hypothesis? Well, we can use the p-value to figure that out. If we do that, we're comparing it with this tail in our distribution here. This is our critical region, which has the size of alpha. So there's our 1% for alpha. That's the size of the critical region here. And if we use the p-value is going to be from this results table here. So comparing the p-value with alpha, we're definitely outside the region of rejection. Therefore, we're going to fail to reject H0. Alternatively, we could use our test statistic 11.4. 11.4 puts us somewhere around here, and that's going to be well outside this region of rejection. Therefore, we fail to reject H0. What do you conclude from the hypothesis test? Well, go ahead, stop the video, make your call and then come on back. We'll see how you did. Okay, let's see how we did here. So we did not reject the null hypothesis. We failed to reject the null hypothesis. Therefore, there's not sufficient evidence. And we have a one-tail test. Therefore, we support the claim. And the answer option with those two elements is going to be answer option B. So again, we failed to reject the null hypothesis. So therefore, there is not sufficient evidence. We have a one-tail test. Therefore, we support the claim. And the rest of the statement, just a rehash of the claim itself. And that brings us to the end of this mini lecture. I hope you found it helpful. You can find more mini lectures for this and other courses at AspireMountainAcademy.com. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.